Hello and welcome back to National Busways West Scotland, here at the Polmody Garage in Glasgow, where I've done a little bit of vehicle buying off camera and we are looking at VTA 71 and VTA 72. Was just to push the allocation for the 8 over the line, and it also means we only have one full-size parking bay free at Polmody. That's it, that's the last one. So we desperately need to make a little bit more room here, which I endeavour to do by opening a new garage. And the new garage will be in Clydebank, somewhere along this industrial estate. So let's pick this one. And it's going to be an interesting garage code, because normally I use 2 letters. This garage code is just going to be C. So let's build it small. You build it small and you build it poorly, and then you can upgrade it, because apparently that is cheaper. Whatever. If I could remember how to do that, that would be great. So yeah, how many seconds are we into the episode and we've already built a new garage? We are peak efficiency. Come on. Oh, I see. So I can upgrade it to level 2 and loans. What's the loan sitch? The loan sitch is bad, so at the moment we're just a level 2 garage. And straight away, oh, I need to name it. This is going to be C. There we go. We have garage C Clydebank. The Clydebank garage is going to be host to the Route 5, which will be a stub end service from Glasgow. Probably from Townhead, because I've been meaning to have a service from Townhead. Up along the 15 to Clydebank, and then up to Faifley. Which, if you merge the Clydebank to Faifley section of the 5 and the rest of the 15, and then send the 15 down here in Bearsden, you have the real life, I believe it's the 2. Just the bus routes around Glasgow are absolutely insane. But C is going to be host to the 5. It's also going to be host to the orbital routes 102 and 103. And important for this episode, because I'm not doing another big route, is it's going to be host to the Drumchapel local buses. Which means the 51A and its V-Reg darts will be moving over. So let's first of all build up a little bit of money. It is Sunday, but unlike on South Coast where we're not profitable on Sundays for some reason, we are profitable on Sundays here in Glasgow. So I think that's beautiful. The frame rate is framing. We are experiencing all the frames. My other plan for this episode was to get a bus route that goes out of Glasgow. That was going to be a route from Govan bus station, because Govan bus station just sort of makes sense. It's about there. And it was probably going to go to Erskine with a view either terminating in Erskine and being like sort of very local, dipping into every little housing estate in Erskine, or being extended out along that way somewhere. But that's not where we're looking this episode. This episode we are looking at C in Clydebank. So the Drumchapel local services are going to start from 151, and then they're going to count up. We probably won't need many. But the 151 is going to be... Hang on, where's Clydebank? There's Clydebank. It's going to go from Clydebank and just do a bunch of... It's probably going to go up this way and sort of in and around and down into the station like that. That'll be the 151. The idea with that is obviously it's a local connector between Clydebank and Drumchapel. So, post me. I jumped a gun on there. Am I going to use my mainline route numbers for this, or am I going to use my local? I'll use my local for this, just to make it clear that this is a local service. There we go. Because it is just using a normal letter. It's not using the well, it's not. It is using a normal number. It's not using a letter. 151. Drumchapel or Clydebank to Drumchapel. Yeah, there is an E. Clydebank to Drumchapel. Let's give it the correct color code and post me if you don't mind. There is the 151. It's a very complex route. I do not envy the drivers for this route because of this section and this section alone. Like, you come in from Drumry Road, then this is all fine and good. Then you turn this way, you go through here. Rather than going just up here, you go all the way around here. Then you come down. And then you've got to go up this way, and then you come down, and then it makes sense again. It's a very, very complex route. But that will be sort of the big one that'll run every 15 minutes. All the rest of them will be a little bit less frequent. It's just because the 151 is special. So, frequency. Let's see if every 15 minutes is needed. We're going to be running with the mini darts. So I believe they have a capacity of about 50. So let's see what 15 minutes will do. Hopefully that'll work. So, it'll run from 5:02 until 23:02 from Clydebank. So let's get this doing. That's certainly one of the ways you can say that. I'll see you after the little jump cut. How about that? That's a more standard way of referring to it. And the timetable for the 151 is done. Clydebank to Drumchapel. every 15 minutes Mondays to Saturdays, and every half hour on Sundays. So on Sundays, it only needs 2 buses. But on a weekday it needs 5. And that will go out of brand new garage C. We'll activate that later. And now, the 152, along very similar lines to the 151. Well, I say similar lines, it's not going to go to Clydebank. In that sort of... It's not going to do this. We've got the 151 for this. But I want to connect Drumchapel up with Bearsden, and that will be the 152. So let's get the hex code that I love. Well, it's one of the hex codes of all time, really. There we go, own bus route. And this is going to be the 152 Drumchapel to Bearsden. The idea with the 152 is that eventually it will extend to somewhere in Bearsden, but at the moment it's just going to turn back in the town centre as the orbit route does. Can't remember the number. I think... Oh no, it's the 108. Duh. Anyway, post me. Thank you. And the 152 is in. Equally circuitous, but a little bit less confusing, and that's good. And yeah, for now it does just turn back in Bearsden town centre. I was sort of eyeing this side of Bearsden to see if there was somewhere I could turn it back, and to be fair, it probably could have gone down here and done like spun back like that, but I don't know. So I think this might work. I don't know. I mean, 2312 feels like it might be a bit late, so because this is just a local service, so maybe I finish it at 2342, because it's also going to run every half hour all week. That, well, it may not run. It may not run on Sundays. I don't know. And there is the timetable for the 152. It runs every 20 minutes. Mondays to Saturdays, and then on Sundays it has a very interesting frequency of every 45 minutes, between 6:12 and 21:12, and 6:32 and 21:32 back in. So, those are the 2 routes that I want to launch today, and then we need to transfer the, where is it? The 51A. If that can load, thank you. The 51A will be transferred from Polmedy to Clydebank, running on the same timetable. So, what I'm going to do before that happens is first of all just go to Polmedy for a moment to check what the DS fleet is looking like, because I believe here we have the highest numbered DSs. DS9, Star Trek reference. DS15, okay, now I'll check OA, because OA's also got darts, but I think they got the really low numbered ones, yes. So, Polmedy, DS15, I don't even know why I checked, because now we're in the 51 reg, and, well, there's a lot of darts, and I need to vehicle requirement check. I'm going to buy 6 for the 151, but I didn't check the 152. I'm very, very prepared for life, aren't I? So, edit timetable. Timetable preview. 512, 532, 550 does the 552, so that only needs 2. So, you know what? If I buy 10, I'll have vehicles left over. I can't afford 10, and all of my loans are taken out. But even so, I need to get drivers and stuff, don't I? Yes, I do. I need to get drivers. Forgot about that. You can sort by friendliness, by the way, very useful. 5 drivers. This is not going to be a very sort of driver heavy garage, at least not in the early days when it's just the Drumchapel stuff. Obviously once the mainline services come online, we will need more. So let's buy a new little bus. Where's the MPD? There's the MPD. They're 27,000 each with the PIS. We're not having PISs. So how many can I afford? I can afford 4 almost. So I'm just going to let this play on for a bit. It's Sunday evening, but again, we're very, very profitable on this save, so let's have a look. Let's see how it does. We need 6, so really we want to be buying 8. Because we need 6 for the 151 and 2 for the 152. But that is not happening. How much is 6? 6 is 158,000. That's also not happening. But I wonder if 132,000 will happen. No, it's so late. 4 will happen. 4 will do. Let's do the DS type. There we go. Isn't it lovely? It's one of the older reskins, but it's one that came out really, really well because this bus has a fantastic template. There we go. There's the first 4 of the new batch of darts. So, see. Let's put Drumchapel on the front of these. Drumchapel. And this is going to be quite a high number. Not DS0. That's the opposite of a high number. Just thinking, because the Marshall minibus is going to be quite prevalent in the National Busways fleet, canonically. But the mini dart would sort of start to overtake it around the sort of millennium. So maybe this would be DS. Let's go with DS164. And this is going to be SN. I don't want to use SN again. ST? Was that a play? Was there ST? I'm going to use ST. ST51 DCP. There we go. It's Drumchapel. It's on a theme. Copy the Drumchapel text so that I can keep my caps lock on. And I'll keep you with, because there's only 3 more. Drumchapel C. DS165. ST51DC. DCR. Yes, I had to count through the alphabet for that. Don't judge me. Drumchapel, Garage C. DS166. ST51DCS. And finally, we have Drumchapel Garage C ST51DCT, better known as DS167. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is go over to Polmedy, go into the shift scheduler, and find the darts real quick for tomorrow. Aha, I found the darts real quick. So I'm just going to unassign all of them and then assign the 380 as efficiently as I can. The idea being that everything else can go to other thing, can go to C. It feels kind of weird referring to a garage just by one letter. I guarantee, come back next episode, I will be calling it CY or something, or CB. Also, if I can get the 51A allocated reasonably efficiently, that will please the TISM. Right, there's 51A there. There's 51A there. And then the rest is 380s. Cool. So if I plonk that there and I plonk that there, there's a 1210 there and a 1225 there. And that's sort of the best I can do for that. So, let's have a look. See just how many vehicles we'll need. I don't think we'll need that many, really. I think I have more than enough darts here. It's just a matter of, you know, like the game not being stupid, which is very rare. Put that there. That can go there, and that can go there, and then that can go there. Okay, so we have just enough. So we need 4 for the 51A. I will gladly take 4 of the darts for the 51A. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Where is 7? 51A is done. So is 7 doing 380s? Let's see which buses are out. Oh, this is going to be... I don't want to filter through all that. Just show me which bus this is. Ah. Or I can just check in the bus fleet. I've just... Duh. Oh, it's out of service right now, and it was on 51As. So what I'll do is I will move you to C. You will go to C. Then I'll wait for the other dart to get back, or dart 7, and then I'll send 7 and 8 off together. Apparently that will be back at 21:55. Where is it then? Is it because it's coming from a 51A and it's like, we've got to come down all stupid roads? There's DS7. You go to Clydebank. Off to Clydebank you go, and then you go off to Clydebank as well. Now we have 8 darts, and we have enough to buy 1 more. Oh, isn't that lovely? So let's quickly pop over to Clydebank, where hopefully the old darts haven't arrived yet. Because that way I can just sneak one in. Oh, 2 of them have. That's fine. Let's buy a dart. Buy a minibus. Dart. None of that. DS type. Ooh, that's very colour. That's very, very colour. DS. Boink. And then just move you up. This one. Drumchapel C, and that's going to be DS 168. ST51DC U. And then I'll get the rest these changed to Drumchapel C. And then we're just waiting on the other 2 of the V-Reg darts, which should be making their way over. Where are darts? Where are they? Ah, I see one. Let's see, we got DS5 and DS6, DS7, and then DS8 will be shortly behind. Speak of the devil. This fleet is... Ooh. I know how to use a keyboard. Drumchapel, and I meant to put that as C. There we go. The fleet is now ready. So let's take the 51A. And move that to C. Then I'm just going to fast forward a little bit, and we will activate the 151 and 152 in time for first buses on Monday morning. I think now is late enough. So, 151 and 152. Takes a while to select. Why does it take so long to select? But there's the 151. So we'll activate that. Absolute mess of a bus route. Absolutely love it though. Part of me is also tempted to have a Drumry to Drumchapel route that goes sort of this way round. That just feels really cursed, and I kind of like it in that sort of way. There's the 151 and the 152. Which is Drumchapel to Bearsden Town Centre. These are very, very short routes in a city that has very, very long bus routes in real life. I'm very aware of that. But there we are. That's just how things are, that's just how I like that. Shift schedule, let's see if C will go. How does C go? We're short. Not much. We're short by not much. And if I put that there, then that can run. If I put that, then this can run there. The aim is to not have every cancelled thing be of the same thing. If that makes any sense at all. Which I'm aware it probably doesn't. Here we go. That should suffice. I mean, we have until like 11:45 to run a profit enough to replace, or not replace, but to add another few darts, which I think we'll be able to manage. So, I'm gonna let the game run through until start of service on Monday morning. Let's just pop back into the depot, have a look at our darts. Because who doesn't love a dart? So, it is the start of service on Monday morning. The first 151 should be going at 5:02. There it goes, from Clydebank. What I like about this view is that we can see the entire network. And that's doing double digits already. That's quite impressive. Considering that it's 5 in the morning on a Monday, and that's like a little suburban collector that's really not meant to be busy. But then again, it's only got one major drop-off at the very, very end, so who knows, maybe it works out in the end. Well, evidently it does. For those wondering, I've just realised, for those wondering, what's going to go this way, the direct way into Drumchapel, that's going to be the 102 orbit. It's going to run from Clydebank up this way, roughly the same way that the 151 goes. Then it's going to go direct this way in through Bearsden, like probably past the station, and then up to Mulgive. That's the plan anyway. I am somewhat doubting whether we'll be able to afford a bus in time for the uh-oh moment at 11:45. Because it's 6:18 and we're at minus 180,000. But that certainly isn't for want of trying from the new Drumchapel services. They are doing excellently. Of course, in Glasgow city centre, everything is rammed. But that just means profit. So, you know. Love a bit of profit. The 15 is relatively quiet, actually. Looks like the 105 is busier than the 15 in that area, which is really weird. The 8 and 16 are doing fine. The 8 and 16, I think the triaxles may have been overkill. Certainly for the extremities. But I don't have a dual axle that I'm happy with for Palmedy yet, because they're not going to get B7s. I'm thinking they might do Tridents. But if I do Tridents, I want to use the new 70M model, because that's really quite good. But I just haven't been able to get around to it, because for those of you who don't know, I'm in 3rd year at university now, which means the pressure is on, and I am scared. I'm probably gonna smash it, but you know, it's always a little bit scary when the pressure's on. Anywho, my incompetence aside, looks like the 151 was a really good shout at a 15-minute frequency. Because it's reasonably busy, but it's not like super uncomfortably so. Which I'm happy with. What I wish for is just a little bit quicker on the money, please. I want to be able to not suck. You know? It's like, if timetable change was applied instantly, part of me wonders if I could rework the timetable of the 380 to make it, like, a little bit more efficient. But I don't think I can. I think that route's pretty darn efficient. Because it's a circular at each end. So if we have a look, there's a 380 coming around now, there, that dart. Oh, yeah, it doesn't really wait. Then if I go down to the other end, Thornleybank. Oh no, they do stack up. You could, in theory, get rid of one. But timetable changes don't apply until the next day, so that would be kind of useless. On the plus side, we're now only 50,000 in the hole. Which means if we can make 70,000 in the next 2 hours in-game, which we should be able to do, then we'll be able to get bus. And getting a bus is very useful when you're a bus company and you don't have enough buses, which we are and we don't, for the record. Oh, the 152 is really busy. What is going on with the 152? Is there a special thing on today? No. Oh yeah, this popped up. I get 300,000 for winning it. And 100 trophies, but that doesn't really matter because we have 3,000 trophies. We can get almost every unlock in the game if we want. Let's have a look. When is cool? And we've just broken out of the hole, which is very nice. And I think the game should hit an autosave, which is not very nice. So, the aim is just buses. I don't know how many more I'll need. Actually, I'll plop it in pause, check the shift scheduler for C, and see how many I need. Looks like I'll need 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll need an additional 4. So I'll need like 100,000. I suspect that we won't be able to do that super well today. But, you know, that's just how that particular cookie is going to crumble. What I will do in the meantime is move the old darts to the front. Now I am dillying and dallying just a little bit, which means we can now afford a dart. Let's buy a dart. That is very much a colour. There is dart. Come on game, you can do it. Right, doink. So this is gonna say Drumchapel, well not Drumchapel C like that, Drumchapel C. Fleet number is gonna be DS 169. Nice. And the license plate is going to be ST51 DCV. And let's see what shifts I can put that on. Well, that can go there. Oh, that'll go there. Just fine. Lovely. Very nice. Although I'll actually put that there. And I can now afford another dart. I think. 27.4. Yeah. Yes, I can now. Which is good. Import repaint. DS type. Very nice. So, pause game again. This is going to say Drumchapel. C. It's going to be ST51 DCX. No, DCW. Like an alphabet. DCX is the next one. And it's going to be DS 170. Isn't that lovely? That one's going to get that one. Very nice. When does this... That finishes at 1840. Let's see if that'll go. Because if that can go there, and this can go there... Very nice. Now I only need 2 more. Let me guess, they're both delayed assignments? Yes, they are. The game is struggling right now. Is it my CPU? Is it my RAM? I have no idea. It may be my storage. I don't know why I think it might be my storage. Because it's a game. It's like I'm running it on a spinning hard drive, but it's a game. You know? Let's have a look at how Central Glasgow is doing, seeing as the frame rate's already in the gutter. Central Glasgow is so busy, I don't have a clue what's going on. The bus stops are all rammed. Lovely. There we go, there's Clydebank and Bearsden. All in one shot. And we're almost at the point where we can afford 2. So let's just pause the game. Buy a dart. Oh, it's 26,400. So if I buy 2, it's 52,800. That's not going to take long. There we go. Done. Import repaint. DS type. Very nice. So these Drumchapel. Copy that. Put caps lock back on. C. This one's going to be ST51 DCX. And it's going to be DS 171. And this one is going to be Drumchapel C. This one's going to be DS 172. And ST51DCY. And this, I think, hang on, will be our thumbnail for this episode. Isn't that lovely? So let's just bring the thing back. And these can go there. Now tomorrow, we are apparently short 1. I know for a fact we're not. It's just the game is being stupid as normal. And the game is also being slow as normal. No, okay, no, that's 70. Wait. If that can go there. I don't know what that's done. Reset. Because I've no idea what that's done. I'm going to do these manually just to make sure that we definitely have enough. And the way I do that is I just assign in order this way anything that's not had a shift that's popped up here from the previous day. Then I sort of see which one's finished earlier. So that one was 23:25, that one's 23:20, so that's the earliest one so far. Midnight 05, definitely not. Yeah, so 23:20. Then there's the 23:25 over here. 23:45, 23:35, 23:45, 23:50, and midnight 05. Perfect. Then there's all of these 12:05s. Oh, wouldn't you look at that game? I have enough. What do you want about? Look at that. Plenty. Easy. Seriously, game. So on that, with these beautiful darts, I will see you next week. Bye bye.